Hey, I'm Phil Murphy, and with another week in the books, it's time to update our League of Legends Global Power Rankings, where every week we look at League of Legends teams across the 5 major regions and rank them accordingly. Our Emily Rand is joining us now. She is one of the authors and perfecters of these Global Power Rankings. Emily, I want to look at number 5, LPL Snake, back in the top 5. Why the jump up for them from number 9?
So Snake fell a bit due to a rough week last week, but this week they came back. They really showed what makes the team strong, which is Sopham's aggressiveness in the jungle and Flandra coming out of the top lane and really using TP and Unsealed Spellbook to kind of descend as a group on their opponents. So I think that definitely was reflected in their match against Suning, even though Suning did manage to take a game. Snake still looked pretty good.
Number 4, we'll stay in LPL. Want to find him. This one might have been easy. Invictus Gaming wins this week over Snake and EDG, so they find themselves at number 4. What is IG doing particularly well this week?
So IG came in, they beat the top 2 teams. The thing that's always kind of concerned us about this team is that they're still really young, they're still coming together, and finally we're really seeing some super strong play coming out of IG. Everything kind of still revolves around Rookie in the mid lane, but Ning in the jungle has also stepped up, and of course people are looking at the Shy in the top lane who's having a career split.
At number 3, let's head over to the LCK. KT Rolster, bad showing against Rocks, but they are still in the top 3. They were number 2 last week. Why did they only drop 1 spot?
So KT obviously still has the firepower to go toe-to-toe with any team, including our number 1 team. The problem with KT has been their lack of mid lane priority with Pawn in the mid lane, and we definitely saw that against Rocks. So what happened with KT later on in the week is that they tried out their new mid laner, UCal, and so now it's a question of who they're going to put in that mid lane to try to support score in the jungle.
Stay in the LCK. We had a swap from last week in numbers 2 and 3. Afreeca moves up a spot. What have they been doing well that you like?
Afreeca's 5v5 team fighting has still been super good. It's kind of become the bread and butter of the team. Even though they swapped around a few players, we saw Mowgli in the jungle, we saw their new AD carry aiming. They still really focused on that 5v5, especially with Chusin initiating fights and then Kuro coming in, especially on the Galio pick. So I'm glad to see that they're still kind of sticking to what works really well for them.
Yeah, Chusin continues to dazzle, 79.8% average kill participation. Number 1, if we're talking consistency, you got to go to Kingzone. 5th straight week that they are at number 1 in our rankings. I think at this point the most appropriate question is, how far is the gap between Kingzone and these other top teams like Afreeca and KT?
So I actually don't think the gap between Kingzone and Afreeca or KT is all that large. We have seen some mistakes coming out of Kingzone, and they also have kind of swapped around a few of their players. We've seen Cuz in the jungle, but I do still think that Kingzone are Korea's strongest team, and the gap is like, I don't know, it's kind of small, but they're still making fewer mistakes than their counterparts in Afreeca and KT Rolster.
Well, for now, the snapshot, Kingzone, number 1. Emily, thanks so much for your time and insight for all things in the world of esports, especially the League of Legends Global Power Rankings. Keep it locked right here on ESPN.com/esports. We'll see you soon.